Hello, how you doing? If you're somebody who is attempting to get a PS5 and or a Xbox Series X, I'm pretty sure a decent amount of you are not doing so fine. And if you are doing pretty good, it's probably because you were graced by the gods to get either one or both systems, and you're doing pretty darn good, but you had to go through super amounts of stress to get said system or systems. I'm one of those where I've been through. I don't even know what you want to consider it, but my goodness, I had more enjoyment standing in lines for a pre-order than doing online. Like, this was a nightmare. So I wanted to just share my story on this, because this is, I will say that I hope that this experience for Microsoft and Sony and any other company can use this as a great example if you are popular for your products, to get your stuff together. Do it right. Don't screw this. How about you have things working? And for those of you who are botting or whatever the heck it is, where you're just completely vacuuming up Xboxes and stuff to using bot stuff and are a resell, there's a special place in hell for you. And that's all I can really say for those people, because it drives me insane. There's stuff going on in the world, so limited supply on consoles makes perfect sense, and people using this situation to resell to make tons of money because they pre-ordered 15 freaking consoles when they only needed one. There's evil in you, because holy crap. And I had to deal with that with a Nintendo Switch. I'll never forget that. But yeah, first there was Sony's, and I want to talk about this one. I was streaming, I saw the reveal, I was really happy with the reveal, and at the end, there was no announcement of a pre-order date, there was no announcement of, hey, you can go to the store and do this now. Nothing in the reveal, in the actual event. So when I saw that, I was just like, okay, listen, Sony said, like, one of their executives literally said, we're not going to have the pre-orders to be a giant surprise. We're going to give you enough notice, and that's that. So there was no way in heck that they were going to just throw this out the door randomly. So I had faith. That was my first mistake in a company. And, the next step, I turn on a stream, and Sony, they add a tweet to their tweet showing the prices of the system, saying, and don't you worry, pre-orders are going to start tomorrow. First of all, okay, that's not really much of a notice, especially when your tweet is not a big tweet. It was an added tweet to the tweet, and very vague. No times, just tomorrow. So I kind of assumed, okay, for stores, it's when it opens. For online, who freaking knows? It could be midnight, could be 6 in the morning, could be 8, could be 10, it could be 4:32. We have no idea. But Walmart sure did. So, what's a tomorrow? It's a now! Pre-order now! And everything went to shit. It was... Oh my god, I was streaming, and people were freaking out on the internet about PlayStation 5. People in my chat were even saying, yeah, I guess pre-orders are happening right now. And sites were crashing. People were in a panic. to try and get their system because they were patiently going to wait for tomorrow. People went to bed. For shame. How dare you try and get a sleep schedule or work on, focusing on your sleep health? Because Sony was like, you know what? There's a special stupid town that you can go move to because you went to sleep. And you shouldn't go to sleep. The flip is wrong with you. Yeah, I know it was tomorrow, but hey, April Fool's in September. It was a trick, not a treat. Happy Halloween. That's coming up. And, oh my goodness, I was lucky to get one. And the funny thing is I was not part of the chaos. I gave up. I was like, I'm streaming, I'm playing video games. I am not going to end my stream to go through this stress. I'll make a prayer that I will get the system some way, somehow before November. And I can get it maybe day one. Maybe. If lucky. Maybe. And I did get one. And it was funny. I ended the stream, and I'm going to bed, and I checked the website, and Best Buy threw me a PS5. They were just like, yeah, I guess we have one. And there's that. But here's the funny thing. You know when you pre-order something, you're just like, yeah, I got it. I don't trust these pre-orders. I've never done online, but I'll never forget when I did order something from Best Buy, and they were like, "Yep, we got it, and we're preparing it, and whatever." Got canceled. My order just gets canceled out of nowhere after like weeks of it just sitting there. So I don't know. Like I'm having faith in it, but at the same time, I don't want to do that because I'll have some kind of exponential crisis over a product. So I don't want to do that. So I know that's probably going to infuriate a bunch of you, because I got one that simple, and a lot of people were going through chaos to probably get theirs or not get theirs. But here's the thing. Sony literally did not even say a peep about the chaos until the day after, which I felt like they were just kind of forced to do so because there was a lot of backlash because of this. To be like, oh, sorry. They knew what they were doing. I know a lot of people were saying, well, it was Walmart's fault. It's everyone's fault. I mean, this whole thing is a nightmare. Sony, literally, as long as they're making bank, they're fine. And I don't really like how this whole thing turned out in the end. It's a nightmare. And with that being said, I mean, I was lucky enough to get the disc version of the system. I didn't really care to have one of those. I wanted to get the discless because I don't really buy discs anymore. But I'm just happy to have one. I really don't care, I guess. That definition, I have one because who knows if Best Buy just, goes, PS5? I thought you said nothing. 5. You wanted nothing. It's gone. Canceled. We didn't have it. What do you think? We never had a PS5. Get out of my store, online store. Just close out the window. And I thought the nightmare was over. And then the Xbox Series X pre-orders happened. Now, granted, we got warning. They told us 8 o'clock Pacific time, and for online and in stores. In stores, obviously, you would have to go to the store and get it when it was open. Not all stores were opening at 8 a.m. Pacific time. But so I was ready online. But before that, I attempted to go to a GameStop because I wanted to get it in store. That's the main thing I want to do because I'm ensuring that I can pick it up myself day one. And I go to the GameStop, and there's a bunch of people standing in the line who haven't shaved in 7 years. I don't even know where they came from the depths of some kind of basement. They smell like BO, ridiculously bad. So they must have been standing there for a long period of time. I'm joking. They've probably been smelling like that for a while now. I'm joking. That's mean. but they really did smell. But I go to this freaking GameStop, and there's like a few people, 10. So I'm like, oh, okay. There's definitely going to be enough systems, so I could just stand in the line now. It's like 2 hours or 3 hours before the store opens. Okay, I'll save me a spot. I look at the door, and it says, hey, we have pre-orders for the Xbox One Series X, Xbox Series X, and I look at the little poster, and it says we have 2 Xbox Series S's, and no, I don't want that one. And then we have only 10 Xbox Series X's. 10? For a GameStop? 10. Really. I counted everyone that was there. And as soon as I got to 10, I mean, even before I got to 10, when I got to, like, 5, I was done counting people, because I guarantee that somehow they're going to find a way to get 2 systems, even though the one household thing, I just didn't trust it. I wasn't going to go there. But there was 10 people. Everyone else probably was like, they saw the poster, saw how many people were there, and left. I was like, wow. In this situation, if this was very differently, I would see 10 people and be like, oh, this is a very short line. It was definitely not a short line to that limit of pre-orders. Yeah, so I go home and I'm like, well, here we go. I'm gonna have to try and go through the online thing. I have my tabs ready. I got Target up. I got Walmart. I got Best Buy. I got GameStop. I got Amazon. I didn't even have the Microsoft store open because I didn't even know that they were gonna even have something that I would be trusting of using for pre-ordering through their store, when most things that I pre-order through their stores, or not pre-order, I buy, for some reason the box looks like garbage when I get it to my house, so I don't want to buy from the Microsoft store. It's not their fault, it's whoever that's shipping this stuff. I probably should, like, watch out my window to see what's going on, because literally it looks like a wolf ripped the box to shreds. I was afraid to open it. That, like, there was, like, a raccoon inside, and that's why it looked... Anyways, I legitimately, as the phone rings, I legitimately wait on all these tabs on my laptop. I got my cell phone as well, just in case if anything works on my phone and doesn't work on my laptop. And 8 o'clock Pacific time starts. Everything's supposed to be there. Now, I'm waiting on Best Buy's site. It just says coming soon. Okay. Target, there's one. I can click pre-order. I click pre-order, bring it to my cart. It was actually in my cart for a few seconds, and then poof, disappeared. And then after that, it was just every time I pre-order, it'd say, wait, you got the max amount of consoles. Oh, really? Let me check my cart. Empty. Pre-order again. You can't have more than one of these. Cart's empty, you stupid site. What are you talking about? The site apparently is thinking that Air is an Xbox. Like, I don't know. And then Walmart was already out of stock within, like, a little bit of time. Best Buy still saying coming soon. I'm just sitting here like, okay, when? Is this out of stock, or is this they just missed out on the time of when you're supposed to allow pre-orders? Then GameStop puts me in a queue. Okay, I'm in a queue, and that actually GameStop gave me a system. Now, when I pre-ordered the system, I thought to myself, wait, isn't GameStop normally when you pre-order from them, like, especially systems and stuff, they, like, send it to your house, like, 5 days after the launch? Like, I mean, when it's shipped. That means it'll take an extra amount of days after that. So I was like, yeah, I don't really want one from GameStop. But I'll hold on to this, because I know that I'll take anything at this point. But I was going to try and get 2 systems anyways. And, like... I go to Best Buy, and that was my last hope. And I did get one on Best Buy as well, but the freaking crashing of the site, the mess of trying to check out, oh my gosh. And I heard that the Microsoft store just crashed. The store that is the main store for their system took a dump. I don't understand. I mean, everything was terrible. In-store, trying to get the system, terrible. Trying to do it online, terrible. That was the funniest thing, was going to actually an extra funny extra credit story. When the PS5s was launched, like for pre-orders, when it was not supposed to, and I just kind of had that like spark of hope that GameStop in-store pre-orders, like, they weren't going to be stupid, because if they're going to seriously sit there and say, oh, we understand when things need to be like allowed to be pre-ordered and not. I go to the GameStop when it opens the next day. I was going there anyways to pre-order that Mario 3D All-Stars, and which I did. But I get to the store and there's already a sign that says no PlayStations at all to pre-order. First thing that goes through my mind is like figures. That people just went to the store or were at the store when the chaos happened. They were just like, you know what? Yeah, we'll allow you to pre-order systems. I know that people are waiting for tomorrow, but we have no moral center. We're actually pretty hollow in there. We don't have any soul. We're companies. That's just how we are. But I get to the store, and this lady, I don't know what it happened to her to make her be like this, but this was the first time I've actually was snippy back at somebody at a store, because I was not having it. I had to drive 30 minutes to this store to at least be happy that I got a pre-order of a Mario game, but disappointed that what I knew was going to happened with the no PS5s. And I simply, and I said it like this, I'll say it here right now, like, I'm a good actor at times. I really am not, but I'm going to try and do it. I walked in, and there's like nobody in the store. It's just, except for one dude looking at amiibos or whatever. And there's this lady, the only person working there. It's not busy. It just opened, and like, it's been 5 minutes that it's been open. And I walk into the store, and I go, hello, I just wanted to get the Mario game, like, the pre-order it. I know it comes out the next day. Do you have any pre-orders for the Mario 3D All-Stars? If that's okay. And the lady says, she says in this tone, yeah, we got that. I was like, oh, cool, thank you. That's all I want. And then she, in response, goes, also, we have no PS5 pre-orders, so don't even try and, ask me about that. With the most sassy attitude, it drove me insane. I didn't swear. I didn't flip any tables or anything, but I just simply said, so the sass is uncalled for, because I saw the sign, I can read, and I also simply said, don't be mad at me or any customer for expecting that pre-orders would be happening right now instead of yesterday, when it was not supposed to happen yesterday. Like, that's not our fault. So yeah, you can throw away your sass and attitude. I'll take my Mario pre-order, please. And she didn't say anything. She just kind of looked at me like, oh, okay. And I pre-ordered my Mario, and I left the store. Can I just say this? I hate GameStop. I really, really do. I absolutely hate GameStop. Like, when I go there to get stuff, like video game stuff, consoles, it feels like I'm just like, I have to, but I really wish I didn't have to, because their stores has been going down the poop stink terribly, and it's their own fault, first of all, but yeah, I'll never forget how awful GameStop is. That'll never leave my mind. I'll never forget when my battery, or what is it called, the power brick for my Xbox One died, and I just needed a replacement, and I go to the GameStop, and I literally tell them I need a new one, and they're like, we don't have new ones, but we have used ones that work. They said it works. So I was like, is it? And I literally said this, because I know they're BS. Do you have a Microsoft-owned power brick? Not a bootleg one that you love to sell me that's from Cybernetics Tech, the see-through controller company, where the buttons are weird and the controller's weirdly small and breaks as soon as you try and plug it in, and actually it makes you feel like you unleashed a demon into your system, probably because you plugged in that bootleg whatever. And they said, yeah, this is a Microsoft made product. It is theirs. I get it, and it looked like the power brick. I take it home. I plug in my system, nothing. It doesn't even try to turn on. So I tried to think that, oh, maybe I gotta warm it up a little bit, like plug it in for a while. Some stupid excuse in my simple-minded brain. And it still didn't work. And I come to find out, I flip it over, and it's made by some freaking Cybertech see-through controller company. After I literally said, is this a Microsoft whatever power brick? Because that's all I know that's going to probably work. These other things are not, clearly. I had to go all the way back and return it, and that was another situation where the person was giving attitude. Me attitude. I did everything I was supposed to. I even had to reiterate of what exactly I was looking for. It's a nightmare. So, simply put, this generation of new consoles, I'm looking forward to, but this is stressful. I feel bad for a lot of you. So I wanted to just kind of share my story on that whole thing, because, yeah, I felt like I wanted to share it just because. But I want to know your stories, if you have any entertaining ones. You could leave in the comments down below, because it could be something for other people to read too. To be like, you know, oh, crazy story. I'm pretty sure some people have way crazier stories than me. My life's kind of boring when it comes to some of those things, but that was kind of something else. But yeah, I guess the simple thing that I just kind of want to say to Sony and Microsoft is, I love you guys, your company, your video games and stuff that you do, and keep up with your doing. But when it comes to selling consoles, all I can say is, I really don't know what to say other than do better. Simple. Do better. And don't lie, Sony. Like, for F's sakes, you literally sat there and told us that it would not be a surprise. And not only that, the funniest thing, remember when they were doing the whole thing, like the first wave of pre-orders would only be going through the email system or something, where you sign up to get a vouch by Sony, the Sony gods, to give you a thing, a golden ticket to pre-order a PS5 over everyone else. That didn't exist either, apparently. So, yeah, you suck. I don't know. I just want to play Minecraft in 4K, ray tracing Minecraft. That's all I want on my system. I don't want to play it on my PC. I just want the new system. I want to play the next knack for PlayStation. That's all I want to do. Just let me do that. So, thank you so much for listening on this wonderful story. That was probably very boring for most of you, but who knows. But either way, I hope you're having a chibi-tastic day, night, evening, wherever you are, or at least are attempting to bring it back to being chibi-tastic after console stuff. And yeah, but thank you so much for listening. Chibi out.